14.7 trillion naira at the end of December 2018.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing him of committing a gross offense.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor, Ibikule Amosu.
Hello, welcome. This is Celebration TV News Desk, and I'm Femi Marks. First, the headlines. From the local news, Apostle Suleiman takes greater walks to the campus. Funke Felix Adejumo's winning hedge conference for global impact. And from the foreign saying coronavirus want to shut down public transport over outbreak. On business, Refineries posted 123.3 billion naira loss in 10 months, says NNPC. And on sport, World Cup qualifiers roll weary of Cape Verde trash. Stay with us. We'll give you details after this short break. You're welcome back. Now from the local news, Apostle Suleiman takes greater walks to the campus. The sports complex of the Federal Polytechnic Auchi was filled to the brim as the senior pastor of Omega Farm Ministries, Apostle Johnson Suleiman, visited the students and staff for a time with God, Wednesday, 22nd January 2020. The complex, which is situated between two communities, Auchi and South Tabia, gave room for community dwellers that were far near and around the community to be in attendance, even when they are not students or staff of the school. The apostle came on an assignment to stop what has been hindering students in the land, academic issues and financial constraints, militating against seeing themselves through school. During his message, he emphasized on breaking limitations, family barriers, and urged students to be the light of their family as they wait on God for destiny helpers. The second session of the meeting comes today, Thursday, 23rd January 2020, and the students are filled with hunger and expectations of getting something tangible from God's presence. What a way to start the academic year. Still from the local say, Nigeria needs more doctors, says NUC. The National University Commission says Nigeria needs about 300,000 medical doctors to meet the doctor-patient ratio of 1 to 600 recommended by the World Health Organization. The Executive Secretary, NUC, Professor Abubakar Rashid, said this during the maiden matriculation of the Bayelsa Medical University head on the university campus, Amarata, Yenagoa, on Wednesday. About 208 pioneer students took the matriculation hold on the occasion. The BMU, which started on January 31st, 2018, received the NUC accreditation 5 months after. Rashid said the current doctor-patient ratio in the country stands at 1 to 3,500, stressing that this was among the several challenges bedeviling the nation's health sector. According to him, the nation's medical schools produce about 3,000 doctors yearly, and this is not enough to achieve the WHO standard to deliver health care services. The NUC boss, who was represented by the Director of Protocol and Special Duties, Mr. Chris Mayaki, said, with less than 40,000 registered medical doctors practicing in Nigeria, the doctor-patient ratio in the country is about 1 to 3,500. Rashid further noted that the medical tourism embarked upon by patients seeking robust healthcare systems of other countries that also significantly affected Nigeria's healthcare system. And then still from the local news, Funke Felix Adejumo winning hedge conference for global impact. The president of Funke Felix Adejumo Foundation, Funke Felix Adejumo, who is a Nigerian pastor, teacher, author, marriage counselor, and humanitarian, and also the wife of the senior pastor, Agape Christian Ministry, Bishop Felix Aderemi Adejimo, with great passion for womanhood and global impact amongst our numerous impactful conferences, organized the 6th edition of the Women on the Winning Hedge Conference 2020. For a bid to touch souls out of the strong hunger, constant taste for God, and mandate on her. The vision of the Women in the Winning Hedge was birthed over the weekend. Women all over the world gathered together at the Fabalewa School, Lagos, Nigeria, for Women on the Winning Hedge Conference. The conference sought to raise women from different spheres of life who would challenge the world by making the best out of their homes, raising up godly children, giving relevance to their society, and with confidence stand bold in the face of trials without compromise. Meanwhile, the conference, which had made in edition in 2015, expand to make impact on our 6th edition held 18 to 19 January 2020, where women had the opportunity to connect, network, learn, develop, and involve in partnership that we equip them for global transformation. This year's conference has delegates from Australia, Canada, United Kingdom, Cameroon, Tanzania, and Sierra Leone in attendance. Gospel singers, the likes of Tokwe Alabi, Nathaniel Bassi, and Messaging will grace the event through the wonders of his praise. The First Lady of Ekiti State, Terelu Bisi Fayemi, American female advocate and preacher Kimberly John Pontier, the former First Lady of Lagos State, Dame Abimbola Fashola, Pastor Wale Oladiyu, Senior Pastor Clam, and many others were present to make a mark of difference for the Winning Hedge Conference 2020. And lastly, from the local scene, Sugar Rush movie gets NFVCB final approval, returns to cinema. The most talked about Nollywood movie of the season, Sugar Rush, returns to cinemas after a lifted ban. The comedy action movie, which arrived Ghanaian and Nigerian cinemas on the 25th day of December 2019, was said to have only been temporarily approved for a short period of time by the National Film and Video Censors Board, NFVCB, as the producer needed to utilize the Yuletide season on the movie. According to the executive director of NFVCB, Adedayo Thomas, who is also in compliance with the said reason for the ban, took the blame for delaying the approval of the movie, noting that the delay in granting final approval was as a result of his preoccupation with extant responsibilities and a backlog of movies requiring approval as a result of the December rush. The staff-started movie was reinstated in theaters on Thursday, January 16, 2020, written and directed by Kayode Kasub. The movie follows three sisters after they found a missing $800,000. The newfound fortune lands them in trouble when the many claimants turn up to recover the lost bounty, starring Bimbo Ademoye, Bisola Ayeola, and Adesua Tommy Wellington in the lead role. It also stars Banky W, The Bunch, Ikem, Howell, and a host of others. Jade Oshiveru, the producer, who earlier described the odds as a mental and financial disorder for him, took to his Instagram handle to thank fans who stood by the cast and crews while the ban lasted. And away from local news now to foreign scene, coronavirus Wuhan to shut public transport over outbreak. Also from the foreign news, Oxford Dictionary adds Okada, Dampo, Mama Put, 26 other Nigerian words expressions. Please stay with us. Details come shortly.
This is the day, a day of amazing dimension.
When you are anointing bankrupt, you are prosperity deficient.
Divine restoration beyond human imagination. Grab the power for exploit.
22nd and 23rd will be at the Polytechnic.
Showers of blessing with Apostle Johnson Suleiman. 22nd and 23rd January 2020. 4 p.m. daily at the Auchi Holy Sport Complex at Dome State, Nigeria. It's a time of refreshing.
You're welcome back. Now to foreign news. Coronavirus Wuhan to shut public transport over outbreak. Wuhan, a Chinese city of 11 million people, is to temporarily shut public transport as it tries to halt the outbreak of a new strain of virus. Those living in the city have been advised not to leave in a week when millions of Chinese are traveling for the upcoming Lunar New Year holiday. The respiratory illness has spread to other parts of China, with some cases in other countries, including the US. There are more than 500 confirmed cases and 17 people have died. Known for now as 2019 nCoV, the virus is understood to be a new strain of coronavirus not previously identified in humans. The SARS, severe acute respiratory syndrome virus that killed nearly 800 people globally in the early 2000s, was also a coronavirus, as is the common cold. Of the fatalities so far have been in Hubei, the province around Wuhan. Meanwhile, after a day of discussion in Geneva, the World Health Organization (WHO) Emergency Committee has announced it will not yet declare a global emergency over the new virus. Director General Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus said more information was needed about the spread of the infection. The committee of health experts will meet again on Thursday. A global emergency is the highest level of alarm the WHO can sound and has previously been used in response to swine flu, Zika virus, and Ebola. And more stories still from the foreign news. Oxford Dictionary has Okada, downfall, mama put, 26 other Nigerian words, expressions. Oxford in English Dictionary said it has added 29 Nigerian words and expressions in the January update to the dictionary. The majority of these new additions are either borrowing from Nigerian languages or unique Nigerian coinages that have only begun to be used in English in the second half of the 20th century, mostly in the 1970s and 1980s. OAED's World English editor Danica Salazar said in a statement, "Next tomorrow is one of the new entries into the dictionary. The expression is regarded as the oldest among the over 25 uniquely Nigerian words or expressions." According to Salazar, next tomorrow was first used in written English as a noun in 1953 and as an adverb in 1964. The full list of the new entries is below. A Greek, barbing saloon, buka or bukateria, chop, downfall, to eat money, embalmment, flag off, to flag off, in-flag, gist, guba, carnival, K-leg, mama put, next tomorrow, non-indigent, okada, to put to bed, qualitative, to rob mine, self, send forth, severally, to kumbo, zone, or zoning. That was an interesting one there, thanks to Oxford Dictionary. And now, away from foreign news, it's business news. Refineries posted 123.3 billion naira loss in 10 months, says NNPC. And now, travelers, still from the business news, travelers groan as internet issues impede online bookings. Please stay with us. We'll give you details after the show.
Get ready for the super dynamic move of God as the Restoration Apostle storms Warri Delta State, Nigeria, with a mandate to enforce God's counsel concerning your life.
When God's presence rests on you, curses are reversed.
A meeting that will translate your expectation to manifestation with a theme from backseat to front seat. Host Apostle Michael Apple, 24th January 2020, 10 a.m. GMT +1, live at the Palace of God's Bible Church, opposite Lingo Filling Station, off Uti Street, Efuru Warri, Delta State, Nigeria. For inquiry, call +234 903-169-7532. The experience shall be phenomenal.
You're welcome back now to business news. Refinery has posted 123.3 billion naira loss in 10 months, says NNPC. The country's refineries under the management of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation made a cumulative loss of 123.25 billion naira from January to October 2019. Latest figures released on Wednesday showed analysis of data in the October 2019 oil and gas report of the NNPC showed that all three entities recorded losses during the period under review. Refineries under NNPC management include the Kaduna Refining and Petrochemical Company, Port Harcourt Refining Company, and Warri Refining and Petrochemical Company. Findings show that while KRPC posted a loss of 49.3 billion naira in the 10-month period, PHRC and WRPC lost 36.7 billion naira and 37.2 billion naira respectively during the same period. It was further observed that the actual revenue made by the three facilities during the period was 68.82 billion naira, while the expenses were put at 192.1 billion naira. The individuals' losses in October were 5.2 billion naira and 3.38 billion and 3.1 billion naira for KRPC, PHRC, and WRPC respectively. That was bad news there. Still on business news, travelers groan as internet issues impede online bookings. Ongoing internet issues being experienced in the country is making it difficult for prospective travelers to book their trips online. Checks by our correspondent revealed on Wednesday the internet service disruption was said to have been caused by damage on the West African cable system, a submarine cable network serving Nigeria and some West African countries. Subscribers of some telecommunication networks have been experiencing difficulties browsing the internet since the incident occurred last week. Financial institutions, including commercial banks, were also affected by the problem. Subscribers on the MTN network were reportedly the most affected by the problem, but the telecommunication company said it had since resolved the issue. But checks by correspondents across board on Wednesday indicated that subscribers were still experiencing difficulties with the internet. Apart from MTN, there are indications that subscribers of other telecommunications networks are also grappling with slow internet connection. Some subscribers of other networks who spoke with all correspondents on Wednesday said the internet service disruption had not abated. The development it learned had made it particularly difficult for those trying to make online transactions, including those hoping to book trips ahead of the travel dates. And now on sports now, World Cup qualifiers row wary of Cape Verde threat. Also from sport, Man United crashed to third defeat in 4 EPL games. Also from sport, Ronaldo fires Juventus into Italian Cup semi-final. Please don't go away. We'll give you details after this short break.
A new era of the decade holds in Imo State, Nigeria.
Where shall be heaven on earth?
Shout glory!
There's going to be a deluge of God's glory, God's power, God's anointing, healing the sick, massive miracles. Do you live in any state around down the eastern axis?
When glory left, oh, that the absence of glory is the presence of death.
It's Greater Works 2020, Apostle Johnson Suleiman.
God spoke to Samuel and said, I'll do a work in your day that the ears of them that hear shall tingle.
Mighty miracle here.
Be my guest as we come to Owerri Crusade.
Date 12th and 13th February 2020 by 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Happening live at Heroes Core, Owerri, Imo State.
Greater works for will. I'll see you there.
Get ready for the super dynamic move of God as the Restoration Apostle storms Warri, Delta State, Nigeria with the mandate to enforce God's counsel concerning your life.
When God's presence rests on you, curses are reversed.
A meeting that will translate your expectation to manifestation with a theme from backseat to front seat. Host Apostle Michael Abo, 24th January 2020, 10 a.m. GMT +1, live at the Palace of God's Bible Church, opposite Lingo Filling Station, off Uti Street, Efuru, Warri, Delta State, Nigeria. For inquiry, call +234 903 169 7532. The experience shall be phenomenal.
Hello, great people. God bless you. My name is Johnson Suleiman. Happy New Year. The Lord has spoken to us as a ministry that is a year of greater glory and greater works. The Bible said the glory of the latter house shall be greater than the former. God is about to exceed all you've ever seen happen in your life. 2020 is going to be a very massive year for breakthroughs, signs, wonders, inexplainable. I'd like first of all to welcome you to this year, and I pray that the best of your past shall become the least of your future. That this year God will open heavens to you and you shall call for the corn. We speak fruitfulness in all ramifications. As a mandate given to us by the Lord to go around the nations of the earth, we are going to go with our Greater Works Crusade for the year 2020. It's going to be mind-blowing. It's going to be massive. We're going to be covering different continents of the world. And I'm going to be believing God that as you partner with me, there's going to be a move of God in your life. For North America, we are going to be coming to Canada and we're going to be coming to the USA. In Canada, we are going to be in Toronto. Toronto, expect us. We are going to be in Montreal. We are going to be in Edmonton. And we are going to be in Winnipeg. That's for Canada. 4 major, massive meetings. Then the United States of America, we will be in Oakland. By the grace of God. We will be in Atlanta by the grace of God. We'll be in Washington, D.C. by the grace of God. We'll be in Minnesota by the grace of God. We'll be in Las Vegas by the grace of God. And we will be in Alabama by the grace of God. In South America, Greater Works is coming to South America. We will be in Brazil by the grace of God. Please expect us in Brazil. In Europe, we will be in Belgium. By the grace of God, we'll be in France. By the grace of God, we'll be in Germany. By the grace of God, we'll be in London, UK. By the grace of God, we'll be in Malta. By the grace of God, we will be in Austria. By the grace of God, we'll be in Sweden. By the grace of God, we'll be in Denmark. By the grace of God, and we will be in Spain. Expect us in all those nations in Europe. In the Middle East, we will be in Qatar and also Dubai. In Asia, by the grace of God, we'll be in South Korea. We'll be in Malaysia and we'll be in China. All this year, God is going to be moving massively. For the African continent, we are going to be in South Africa. By the grace of God, we'll be in Ethiopia. By the grace of God, we'll be in Ghana. By the grace of God, we'll be in Togo. By the grace of God, and we will be in Côte d'Ivoire. By the grace of God. Our domestic crusade will also be intensified as we make sure we reach out to our local places in Nigeria. We'll be in FCT Abuja by the grace of God. We'll be in Lagos by the grace of God. We'll be in Kebbi by the grace of God. We'll be in Calabar by the grace of God. We'll be in Abia by the grace of God. And we'll be in Owerri, Imo State by the grace of God. And we'll be in Delta State by the grace of God. Be my guest and be my partner as we take the gospel to the ends of the world. Just imagine all of these crusades cost a whole lot. Let the Lord use you, free will offerings, as you give and become a blessing to the world. The Bible says in Psalms,
You're welcome back now to Sport News. World Cup qualifiers, Rowe wary of Cape Verde threat. Super Eagles coach Kenneth Rowe has admitted that Cape Verde posed a threat after the two countries were paired together in Group C of the second round of the African qualifiers for the 2022 World Cup, saying it won't be easy beating Tuberos Azules. The other teams in the group are Central African Republic and Liberia. The German, who missed the World Cup draw at the Nile Ritz of Carlton in Cairo on Tuesday, singled out the side led by Rui Agurs as the team that could cause problems for Nigeria. Nigeria have met Cape Verde only twice, with the first tie, a friendly in 2013, ending the draw, while the tiny Highland country emerged victorious against their more illustrious counterpart at the 2019 Waffle Cup of Nations, beating the home-based Eagles on penalties. And the 66-year-old believes that the quality in their team means that the Eagles will have to be on top of their game to beat the triumph against the Cape Verdeans. And still on sports, Man United crashed to top defeat in 4 EPL games. Troubled Manchester United crashed to a third defeat in their last 4 Premier League games as Burnley powered to a surprise 2-0 win at Old Trafford on Wednesday. Ole Gunner's side was rocked by Chris Wood's first half opener before Jake Rodriguez scored with a superb strike after the break. It was a dismissal display from 5th place United, who are in such poor form that there will be fresh questions about Gunner's job security in the coming days. Ole Gunner could have no complaint about the result that laid bare everything wrong with the rudderless team lacking skill in defense, creativity in midfield, and a cutting edge up front. United trade 6 points behind 4th place Chelsea, but given how they have struggled so often this season, the only surprise is that the gap is not bigger. Stunned by their second home league defeat this season, United's tally of 34 points is their lowest after 24 matches of a top-flight season since 1989 of 1990. United must regroup to avoid more misery in the FA Cup 4th round against Watford or Tranmere on Sunday before they head to Manchester City, looking to overturn a 3-1 first leg deficit in the League Cup semi-finals next Wednesday. Finally on sports, Ronaldo fires Juventus into Italian Cup semi-finals. Cristiano Ronaldo extends with his scoring streak as Juventus eased past Roma 3-1 to advance to the Italian Cup semi-finals on Wednesday. The Portuguese star picked up a Gonzalo Higuain cross after 26 minutes in Turin, finishing off from an angle. It was a 34-year-old 12th goal in 8 consecutive games in which he has played in all competition for the Turin Giant for his first in the Italian Cup. Rodrigo Bentancur added a second after 38 minutes with defender Leonardo Bonucci nodding in a third just before the break. Zengi's underpulled a goal back for Roma 5 minutes after the break, rifling in from a distance with ball hitting the crossbar and bouncing in off goalkeeper Gianluigi Buffon in the Juventus goal. Roma, 4th in the league, were struggling with injuries while Edwin Zico was sitting out a ban, but their form was worrying just 4 days before their derby clash against city rivals Lazio. And that's all for you from News from Celebration TV News Desk. In case you missed the news, here are the headlines again. From the local news, Apostle Suleiman takes greater walks to the campus. Funke Felix Adejumu winning Hedge Conference for Global Impact. And also from the foreign scene, coronavirus Wuhan to shut down public transport over outbreak. On business, refineries posted 123.3 billion naira loss in 10 months, says NNPC. And on sport, World Cup qualifiers Rowe wary of Cape Verde threat. Thanks for watching Celebration TV. You can also watch Celebration TV right now on Sky platform, channel 598 all over Europe, and also on Facebook. You can check us on Celebration TV. On Instagram, we have My Celebration TV. On Twitter, at My Celebration TV. And on YouTube, it is www.youtube.com/Celebration TV. Please stay tuned. Keep enjoying Celebration TV content. Have a wonderful day. Hi, I'm Prophet Max, and bye for now.
To 15.7 trillion naira by the end of December 2018.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing him of committing a gross offense.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor, Ibikunle Amosun.